What's up, everybody? StevDeS here, and for this StevDeS rant, I'm not even going to be doing a script. This is going to be totally ad-libbed. I had a recent conversation about the live-action or photorealistic Disney movies that's to come out, and so I did a bit of digging, and I know that Wikipedia is not a good one, but they have a list of the released ones. So I'm gonna do a review, just a short, what I think about the released ones, and what I think about the originals alongside those. And I'm also gonna go over the upcoming and what I think it's gonna be like. There's a lot of these that if you're gonna do a sequel, because some of these are sequels, if you're gonna do a sequel to some of these, make it animated first. Disney, what the hell is wrong with you? Alright, I get that you're on this kick where everything needs to be photorealistic, needs to be live action, but what the hell, Disney? Some of this does not need to be live action. Some of this does not need to be photorealistic. Granted, the Lion King movie was interesting by the way it looked, but it's not as good. I mean, it's not as good as the original. I would watch the original in a heartbeat. I would watch Lion King 2 in a heartbeat. I would watch Lion King 1.5 in a heartbeat. I'm gonna stay far away from that remake. So there's a little bit, there's a little spoiler for later on in the video, but let's go ahead and get into this, what I think about these. Where all the animals were computer generated. All the fire and stuff, that was computer generated. The only live action bit of that movie was any humans besides Mowgli and Mowgli. So, we're already starting off bottom of the barrel here because there was nothing wrong with the animated version of the Jungle Book. Now, I would go for a CGI, an entirely CGI The Jungle Book. That would have been good, but just out of 100, 72. I mean, it wasn't a bad movie. I loved King Louie, but that was the high point. Like the size that they made Big Louie. I mean, the King Louie. I keep saying Big Louie because of how big he was. But that movie could have been better. That could have been a lot better. All right, next. 101 Dalmatians, the live action one, that's a favorite of mine. I love the actress that did Cruella de Vil. She did a good job. And 101 Dalmatians, the live action one, I would suggest over the animated one. It's actually a good movie. Not saying that the animated one's bad. I just like the live action one a lot better. 102 Dalmatians. Oh boy, we had to add one more puppy to milk this sucker. Alright, so 102 Dalmatians is boring. Okay, they did not do as much in 102 that they did to 101. Now, it was a movie I watched. I didn't mind it, but they could have done better with that. They really, really could have done better with that. Oh God, I have to say something bad to one of my favorite directors. I have to say that I don't like a Tim Burton movie. Alice in Wonderland sucks. Moving on. It was a movie. It wasn't a very good movie, but it was interesting to see the Maleficent side of things and adding a bit more nature to this world that's supposed to be magical. So that was it was an interesting movie, but it wasn't a good one. They made a live action remake of that. Why didn't I see this? Well, that's a note for later. I don't have an opinion here. The way I see it, you have to watch the movie to have an opinion on it. You can have an opinion on the screenplay, who was behind it, all this other stuff, but unless you've seen the movie, you can't really compliment the movie. You can't have a comment on the movie that you haven't seen. It's like, that's the primary That's the primary evidence, is that you have to see the movie and you have to know about it, so. Not bad! I mean, the one that came out Christmas of 1994? Spot on! Pretty good. I'm not gonna say that it was the best, because they still had the awkward way that Mowgli interacted with the animals, which was interesting, but again, it could have used more. The 1994 version, given the time, it's a decent movie. I'd watch it again. Tale as old as time, Disney's run out of rhymes. Beauty and the shit. Now, I wanted to watch the Christopher Robin movie when it came out, but unfortunately I didn't. It's on my to-do list, but it's an interesting concept to see what happened with Christopher Robin after the 100 Acre Wood. So it's on my list. I know it probably didn't get that very much. It probably didn't get them back very much money. They probably made bank. I mean, at Disney, but this movie is still on my watch list because Piglet is my favorite. Yes, I do have the mug. I have the mug. That's my favorite character. I love Piglet. So when it comes down to Winnie the Pooh, it does touch my heartstrings, but I have not seen this version. This video will have to have an update. Oh god, I have to insult one of my favorite director things again. Forgive me, Tim Burton! But Dumbo sucked. I mean, that film sucked. There was too much humanity in that. You know, like, tell a story from the animal's perspective. They did that with The Lion King photorealistic remake. Not live action, photorealistic. And while I'm doing the air quotes, I got one more for you, Disney. Evil. Okay? When you put out stuff like this, you're evil. When you put out stuff like the Jungle Book remake, okay, I see where you're going. When you put out stuff like 101 Dalmatians, the live action one, you're on my side again. There's some goods and some bads. You're just taking this live action way too far. What do you mean I skipped Alice Through the Looking Glass? It sucks! Oh. I kind of liked it. I'm not kidding you here. I kind of liked the live action Aladdin movie. The things that I would improve, okay? As far as his acting, Will Smith was okay as the genie, but whenever I see the genie character, I'm just conditioned to want to see Robin Williams there. The song, Be a Friend, Had a Friend Like Me. Never Had a Friend Like Me. I thought it was a good rendition. And Aladdin dancing along with the genie, that was good. But the Aladdin guy, he was really bland. Considering his role, he could have been a lot more energetic. This is a huge point. You're turning from a thief to royalty. This is big, and he didn't. And they could have done more with the characters. I would still watch the animated one, but it was a good try, Guy Ritchie. It was a good try. Not good enough, but it was a good try. The live-action Lion King movie that was so much less than the actual version. What is wrong with you, Disney? This sucks. It sucks. If I had to choose this and Beauty and the Beast, I'd throw them both in the fires of hell. So that's what I feel about the current ones. So let's just rattle through the upcoming ones. So I'm not too sure if that movie needed a sequel of sorts, considering it ended on a good note. I guess they're just trying to make Maleficent a villain again. But I've played enough Kingdom Hearts to know that it's a waste of time. I mean, you turn most of the animals on an African safari into photorealistic trash. Let's do it with a beloved canine duo. Why not? I can't wait to see the Siamese cat song play through this. Actually, that would be pretty cool. But even so, like, I think they would be cheap about the Siamese cat song, because the Siamese cat song is... I think they would be cheap with it. They would just have mirrored movements, you know? Like this. Like, it would be a mirrored movement between two of me. And that would be the Siamese cat song. It would be one cat animated on a mirror. I just don't see that going along well. I'm interested. It wasn't. Maybe I'll do a top 10 Disney movie list. It's not. It's on my top 10, the original. But the thing about Mulan, live action, it's gonna be hard to. You have to have all the set pieces spot on. And the actress cannot suck at singing, okay? You have got to get a good actress that can sing. Or at least lip sync with a good singer. But I think it'll be worth it. I might check that out when it comes out. Cruella de Vil, Cruella de Vil. I can't wait for it. Honestly, the Cruella de Vil is the best villain because I really like Cruella de Vil. Honestly, I'm looking forward to this. I am looking forward to the Cruella movie. Given Cruella de Vil is one of my favorite villains of Disney, I think they could paint her... If there's one thing that Disney can do right, it's villains. So they could paint her in a light that we haven't seen before that's a lot more mischievous than before. So I'm looking forward to that one. It doesn't need a sequel. The photorealistic / live action Jungle Book movie does not need a sequel. What is wrong with you, Disney? The Jungle Book 2 sucked. So why are you going to do a live action of a movie if that sucks? Idiots! Okay. Couple questions. Is it gonna be a realistic person wearing a mermaid tail, or are you just gonna go full photorealism on this, Disney? I mean, The Little Mermaid... that could be hit and miss. I mean, it hasn't been announced yet, but again, it could be hit and miss. Now, this one's interesting. I don't know if they're gonna do good on this one, but if they do with the godmother that they did to Maleficent, or I might be able to add and say Cruella, if the Cruella movie's good, then I could see Godmother be good. I don't know if they're going to do that. If they do, then maybe more art with the godmother, the fairy godmother, and the stepmothers is what I meant. The evil stepmother. The villain. If they do the villain better, then cool. In Godmother, if they do the fairy godmother in a way that is boring and lacks consistency as far as the character here and in the animated version, then they're losing money. Yes. That's all I have to say is yes. They could do Peter Pan extremely well. I see them do Peter Pan extremely well, especially considering we're talking about films that may come out after 2021. I think by the time Cruella comes out, they'll have enough practice under their belt. They could probably do this. Again, yes, because the CGI when the wizards battle could be amazing, and I'm looking forward to Merlin and the witch go at it. That would be a cool movie, I think. I've said it before, and I'll say it again, The Hunchback of Notre Dame needs a live-action version. The kind of stunts you could pull off, the kind of emotion that you could convey. I mean, sure, that the CGI will still be there, but the kind of emotion that actors can convey, if you get strong enough actors, that's going to be a hit, and I'm looking forward to The Hunchback of Notre Dame live-action. I've said it once, and I'll say it again. Lilo and Stitch does not need a live-action release. You can show so much through animation that when it comes down to live-action, you can't show as much. When it comes down to aliens and stuff like that, it does not need to be live-action unless it's a horror film. Shame on you, Disney, for announcing such a thing. Well, it has yet to be announced, but if it comes, I'm not watching it. And I encourage all of you not to, because I can see it not be as good as the animated version. We already have an animated Pinocchio. He is in Shrek. If Geppetto wasn't good, Pinocchio live action isn't going to be good.
La 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 la, we like to work, we like to work. We like to work, that's what we said in 1937.
Seriously. This shouldn't be. I don't know what Rose Red is even about, but it should not be.
We like to work, we like...
No, I'm not going to do that again. But a live-action Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs... I mean, it could be good, but I don't see it work. All right, I really don't see it work. Like I said, the live action would be good. The live action would be really good, as far as Prince Charming, as far as how each human is going to interact, but I'm not looking forward to more photorealism with the surrounding areas. And if you get an actor as bland as Belle in the live action Beauty and the Beast remake, then you're not gonna make bank on this. All right, so that was my reaction to a lot of the live action Disney stuff. I know this seems like a very hurried video, but I had another video planned, and I didn't want to release it quite yet. I may do so in the future. It's not my best work. Let's just put it that way, and I want my best work for all of you, so I thought having my personal thoughts as far as the live action remakes might be a good standpoint. So thank you all so much for watching this video. And if you liked it, if you enjoyed it, hit that like button, subscribe for more content, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Ciao. I'm still waiting for my hedgehog movie.